look at the 5 top public golf courses you can play in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We played every one of them except one. We'll play that eventually.
Take a look here at Morgan Hills Golf Club. The course was designed by golf architect Kyle Blake Moran. In 2004, it officially opened for play, and it's a challenging golf course that you have to play 2 times because off the tee, you're not going to see much of anything. So you really have to have someone that plays the golf course. If you're playing by yourself, you almost want to get a refund here at this facility because it's so challenging. You can hit a good shot and you're just not where you need to be.
Golf all day, sunshine or rain. The carts are free, the range balls too. Every swing's a gift to you.
And you got a Baritz green here on number 3. So there's some cool template holes that we'll walk through. Challenging as well with a 200-yard one.
Challenging golf course, but it has a lot of those template holes that are spread throughout it. This is one of those courses that you got to go back and you got to play it again because you have to understand the layout of each hole. Every hole is a challenging golf course, I would almost call it itself. You can't just go out there and play this course. You can't even walk it, from my understanding. And I wasn't even ready to walk this golf course that opened in 2004 as a semi-private golf course designed by Kelly Moran. Now, he's known for creating golf courses that blend natural landscapes, but the premier example of this would be built on the hillside, overseeing the surrounding landscape on most of these holes. Now, independently from this, you have a clubhouse and you do not have a driving range. But it is a top golf place to play in the nation, considered by Golf Digest. Let's take a look here as we zoom on out and move into our next facility. This course was rated my top facility in Allentown, and because it's so close, we had to respect it here on this list, putting it now at number 4, Allentown Municipal Golf Course.
We're here at the Allentown Municipal Course, and this is just not an ordinary municipal course. This is just a practice facility. We're going to walk through the history here because it has some interesting history, and that is it was donated by the Trexer estate because General Harry H. Trexer actually donated this estate 20 years prior to the golf course being built.
That par 5 dream is looking fine, but every stroke's got a price to pay. Wish I could play for free every day. From driving ranges to the 19th hole, I'd make it free for every soul. For a future where golf's on me, a hole-in-one economy. Golf ain't free, but if it's up to me.
Started in the 1950s, is still, as you can see, this is just the practice facility. We're going to walk through the holes here, just getting ready for your tee time. You're going to enjoy yourself at a facility that is a municipal course in the title. And Harry himself was huge in the industry within this local area of Allentown. And one would say he wanted to give back to his community in the best way possible, and that is through golf. He envisioned a golf course here, and that's what happened. And the course officially opened to play May 30th, 1952, and the layout itself hasn't changed. And we're here at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall, a perfect time to walk through Trexer. The course has a massive practice facility along with the driving range. You can really get good at an affordable price.
Excited to finally get over here at this facility with some cool history. Now an 18-hole championship golf course, but it wasn't until the General's death and then 20 years later it finally opened. And the cool part is the General wanted the golf course to be built here. That was his intention when deeding over the land to the township. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about the original design, the changes that we saw, the improvements in the tee boxes, the greens, and the bunker areas, and the irrigation system that they put in. Despite these changes, the course has maintained its classic parkland style, with an interesting history in the summer of 1963, when golf legend Arnold Palmer. A lot of special events have happened at that facility, and hopefully it remains a public golf course for hundreds of years to come. Let's zoom on out and stick it in. Wedgewood Golf Club. where there's a beautiful opportunity for 27 holes of golf.
We're here at a 27-hole location outside of the Philadelphia, Allentown area. That is Wedgwood Golf Club. With 27 holes, there's a lot to choose from, but we're going to talk about the history with the Pines and the Maple course being the first ones built here, and then the changes we saw in 2000 by a famous golf designer.
Look, now I'm falling behind. Public transit ain't for golf, no way. We can't chip or drive on a subway. Fairways call, but I'm out.
Although the golf designer of the course isn't widely known online, it was 1963 when the completion of this course, which is now the Pines and the Maple course, which was renamed when they decided to build 27 holes here at this facility. And if you're looking to stay and play, this has got a resort type feel to it, but very local. And I like the flowers when you first walk in. It's very bright. They got people working out here nonstop, you can see at this facility. Just go through here and hopefully take a look at this 27 hole golf course.
And that took place when we had Jim Blankovich, the famous golf designer, come in 2000 when he made the addition to add the Oak 9 here at this facility. There's also an expansion of 40-acre driving range with an all-grass hitting area and target flags to get good at your game. Now, the golf course and the exciting part about this journey was the 18 holes that opened in 1963 when it was renamed the Pines and the Maple 9 golf courses. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have learned more about the history of that original golf course name, and it's sprinkled all over this clubhouse. Fortunately, I had to rush out of there for my tea time, but I'm lucky enough to find the 5-course destination that this family that owns this golf course has to offer. The Jones family and their sons. In 1958, they opened Hidden Valley Golf Club, located in Pennsylvania. Now, this event was the start of a golf dynasty, owning and operating multiple courses. And with the arrival of Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicholson, and Gary Player, popularity of the golf sport continued. A lot of the special practice events could happen there if you could make your way to Wedgwood, including the Airbnb that is located on the facility. Now let's close this list out as we move on into number 2. Some beautiful history being built in the 30s at this facility, Green Pond Golf Club.
Built in 1932, we're at the famous, that is, Green Pond Golf Course. Built in 1932, it was always a public golf course and hosted some major events like the Lehigh Valley for almost 80-something years. A lot of history here, built by Alex Finley, and had a lot of changes. And we're out here playing a quick 9 at this historical course.
Birdies without a care. Swipe my card, pay the fee. Why's this game so pricey for me? I'm swinging high, I'm swinging low, but my wallet's where the pain will show. If I ruled the course, let me tell you, friend, we'd all be playing till the daylight ends.
The course opened in 1932 when Henry Slidender decided to build a golf course. Now, this remained public since then, so it's one of the older public golf courses. I double-checked with the gentleman inside, Chad. He made it sound like this was always a public golf course. And it's considered a public country club. That's where it kind of pushes that agenda, which is interesting. And I like public golf courses. I can't get on the private ones. So let's take a look at this historic.
The next golf course on our list is one that is still targeted on mine. I haven't played this one, and it's unfortunate that with the wintertime, it might not be that doable. But as we move into the years to come, hopefully we can get over here at Bensalem Golf Club, where local golf influencer and YouTubers started their career here at Bensalem. And we'll talk more about that on our channel, but you'll have to subscribe down below as we consistently bring you the best golf content money can buy. And unfortunately, we'll be making updates because we know our content isn't the best, but we know that it will get better over time. We hope it will get better. If not, we will turn this consistently into the channel-based YouTube of more of a hobby-based channel, if anything. And we'll throw away the idea that this is going to turn into a golf channel. We just want to have fun out there, just like you going out there and playing golf. But we're closing out this list here with Ben Salem. Some amazing history. That's going to do it for this list. Keep a lookout for more videos.